In this video, we will set up our Garmin eTrex SE to the Garmin Explore smartphone app on our phone. We'll be using an iPhone, but this will also work with Android. So first thing you'll need to do is go to the App Store and download Garmin Explore. And then when you power on the device, the first thing it will ask you after the language is to pair to the phone. So what we're going to do here is we're going to press the OK button. And now we're going to flip over to our smartphone and open up the Garmin Explore app. Now, I've done previous unboxing video to get things started. So when you're going to open up Garmin Explore, you'll list all the devices that you've had registered to your smartphone. And here, just for transparency, it shows that I've already registered the device, but I've done a reset. That means that I can start over again by tapping on the plus and finding the eTrex SE in the device list. So I'm going to find it and I'm going to tap it. And now we're going to do the pairing process. And now it's going to search via Bluetooth for the Garmin and it will find it. And then you'll find the pairing code that is on the device. So once you see it on the Garmin SE screen, you can type it into your phone. And once you've done that, it will successfully pair via Bluetooth, and then it will do the initial syncing. And then from here, since the SE will support notifications, you can turn that on. And now that you're done, you can tap on done. And now you can see here that we are connected and now we're syncing. Now, syncing to what? You can now sync obviously collections from your Garmin Explore. The default selection is select kind of everything, but if you're a new user, you don't have a lot of collections, not a big problem. But if you're an existing user with lots of collections, one, you can pick a specific collection or sync everything. Again, if you're a new user, not a problem. If you're a big user, then you may want to switch that and specify a very specific collection, or create a new collection. In this case, we're going to create a eTrex SE collection, and any activities that I want to record on the device will be placed in here. And now that we've created it, we can select it and tap on save. So now I can move stuff in my collections from my other collection into it, or vice versa. So now we have that sync. We also can check if there's a software update, and there is usually a software update when you first buy it. There's a couple options. You can do it, one, wirelessly via the Garmin Explore on your smartphone. Two, you can plug it in via the USB cable with Garmin Express to your computer, or three, update it with Garmin Connect. But option two will work just fine. And in fact, when you first do this, it will push most likely a software update to your device almost right away. And from here, you can also adjust any of the system settings on the device from the Garmin Explore app, which means that you don't have to navigate on the device. You can easily do this from the smartphone app, and then it will load up the menus, and then you'll be able to make any of the settings that you do on device but on your phone. So in this case here, we can take a look at one option here, and we will take a look at position format, I believe. And let's give it a while. Some menu options might take a while to load. I've noticed that some of them are pretty fast. Some of them takes a few seconds to load up. But once it loads up, it's the same choice and options that you have on the smartphone than you do on the device itself. But just to show you an example here, how some of them are a little slow to load up. And then here, now you can set your position format, your coordinate format, your datums, all that fun stuff. So let's go back here, and now that we took a quick look at our system settings, we can go back. We can see that it's still syncing. This will take a couple minutes if you're doing an existing collection or any type of pairing, but while it syncs, you can go through the rest of the options, which is learn how to use the tracking tools, how you use the navigation controls by tapping on or pressing on the OK button, and getting to their shortcuts or glances with the back button. So once you've done that, you're at your main menu, and you can take a look at your saved options because you're syncing your collection. So again, if you're syncing to an existing collection, you'll start to see all the waypoints being loaded in. You can do anything you want to do with your waypoints by tapping or pressing on the OK button. Pressing on the back button will get you to navigate back to the main menu. And there you go. That is quickly how to get set up with Garmin Explore.